An article is sold at a profit of 10%. If both the cost price and selling price are rupees 50 less, the profit would be 20%. Find the cost price. So cost price, we'll take it as X, and it is sold at a profit of 10%. To get a 10% profit, you have to increase this value by 10% and sell it. So if you increase X by 10%, you will get it as 1.1x. So the selling price will be 1.1x. So if you sell it at 1.1x, you will get a profit of 10%. What is said is, if both the cost price and selling price are rupees 50 less. So cost price is 50 less, so the new cost price is X minus 50. And the new selling price is also 50 less. So that will be 1.1x minus 50. So these are the new values. Then the profit would be 20%. So let us substitute these values into the profit and loss equation. Profit and loss equation is selling price minus cost price. Out of cost price into 100 gives you profit percentage. So let us substitute into this equation. We'll substitute these new values, and here profit will be 20%. So SP minus CP. SP is 1.1x minus 50 minus CP, that is X minus 50 into 100 divided by CP, that is X minus 50, and that is equal to the new value, that is 20%. So we'll just calculate the value of X from this equation. So here you have negative 50 and minus of negative 50, so that will be plus 50. So negative 50 and plus 50 cancels out. 1.1x minus x, so that will be 0.1x into this 100 divided by x minus 50, that is equal to this 20. 0.1x into 100 gives you 10x, that is equal to 20 into x minus 50. I'll cancel out these zeros, so you will get x is equal to 2x minus 100, or x you will get it as rupees 100. So find the cost price, that is x, and that you will get it as rupees 100. So cost price is option B, 100. Rupees 600 was deposited at simple interest. At the end of 4 years, it amounted to rupees 720. So 600 rupees was deposited, and finally you got it as 720. Now 600 plus 120 is 720, which means that the simple interest that you got for 4 years should be 120, because 600 plus 120 is 720. Now let us calculate the simple interest that you are getting every year. Now 120 is for 4 years. So assume that the simple interest per year is SI, and for 4 years it will be 4 times this, and what you are getting is 120. So simple interest per year is 120 by 4, that is rupees 30. So 30 is the simple interest that you get every year. So let us calculate the rate of interest. So assume that the rate of interest is R. What you will be getting is R percent of principal. Principal is 600, and what you are getting is 30. So let us calculate the value of R. I'll cancel 1 0 here. 30 divides 62 times. So R you will get it as 10 by this 2. So you will get it as 5%. So rate of interest is 5% per year. Now the question is, if the rate of interest had been 1% less. 1% less than 5% is 4%. That is, if the rate of interest had been 4%, what would have been the amount at the end of 2 years? Now the principal that has been deposited is rupees 600. Now the rate of interest is 1% less than 5%, it is 4%. So every year you will get 4%. So at the end of the first year you will get 4%. At the end of the second year also you will get 4%. So 4% for the first year plus 4% for the second year. So for 2 years the interest that you will be getting is 8%. So we need to calculate 8% of 600. Now 10% of 600 is equal to 60, that we know. Similarly, 1% of 600 will be 6. 2% will be double of 1%. Double of 6 will be 12. Now if you subtract 2% from this 10%, you will get 8%. So let us subtract 12 from 60. That will be 8%. So 8% is, you can obtain it as 10% minus 2%. So 60 minus 12, you will get it as 48. So the interest that you will get for 2 years is 8% of 600, that is 48. So let us calculate the amount. Principal is 600 plus 48. So the amount at the end of 2 years will be 648. That is option C, 648. India and Pakistan play a 5-match series of cricket. The probability that India leads 2-1 after 3 matches. That is what we need to calculate. So only 3 matches have been played. Now we look at one favorable outcome when India leads 2-1. So in 3 matches, one favorable outcome is it can be win, win and loss. Also, it can be interchanged. It can be win, loss and win. So you have 2 wins and 1 loss. Or you can have 2 wins and 1 loss. So these are the 3 favorable outcomes. Now probability can be calculated as number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. So let us calculate the total number of outcomes. Only 3 matches have been played. So for the first match it can be win or loss. So 2 possible outcomes. Second match also 2 possible outcomes. Third match also 2 possible outcomes. And 3 favorable cases are there, in which you have exactly 2 wins and 1 loss. So probability is 3 out of 8. So option D, 3 by 8. That is a probability of having exactly 2 wins and 1 loss. A and B are running a 2000 meter race around a circular track having a circumference of 100 meters. So if you look at the race, it is a race of 2000 meters and one round is 100 meters. One round is equal to 100 meters. Now altogether the race is for 2000 meters. So 2000 meters means this side has to be multiplied by 20. So the total race will be 20 rounds. If you run 20 rounds, altogether it will be 2000 meters. Their speeds are in the ratio 2:1, which means that when A does 2 meters, B will do only 1 meter. That is why we say that their speeds are in the ratio 2:1. So when A does 2 meters, B will do 1 meter. Similarly, when A does 20 meters, B will do 10 meters. That ratio will always be maintained. Similarly, when A does 2 rounds, B will do only 1 round. Now let us see what happens when A does 2 rounds. When A does 2 rounds, B will do only 1 round. Now this is the circular track. Now we can also say that when A does 1 round, B will do half a round. That ratio will always be maintained. Assume that this is starting point, both A and B are here. When A does 1 full round, B will do half a round, B will be here. When A does 2 full rounds, B will do 1 round and A will be overtaking B, because they will both be at the starting point. And this happens in 20 seconds. This is the first time at which A will be overtaking B, and this happens in 20 seconds. It is said that they meet for the first time at the end of 20 seconds. So if you just look at A, when A does 2 rounds, B will do 1 round and A will be overtaking B. That is the first instant at which A will be overtaking B, and the time required for that is 20 seconds. So if you look at A, to do 2 rounds, A will require 20 seconds. And the whole race is for 20 rounds. 2 rounds is 20 seconds. So 20 rounds will be 200 seconds. So to complete the race, A will require 200 seconds, option D. A certain number of workers were employed to shift 96 boxes. The work started on a particular day, and on the second day, 3 more workers joined the group. and each worker, including the existing ones, shifted 4 fewer boxes than what each worker shifted on the first day. On the third day, 3 more workers joined the group, and each worker, including the existing workers, shifted 4 fewer boxes than what each worker shifted on the second day. The task was completed in 3 days. How many boxes were shifted on the second day? So this is the first day, second day, and third day. Now we need to find out the number of boxes that were shifted on the second day, and altogether 96 boxes were shifted. Now we will assume that on the second day there were X men, and each shifted, let us say, B boxes. So X men were there, each shifted B boxes. So XB is what we need to find out, the number of boxes that were shifted on the second day. Now every day 3 people were added. So on the first day there should have been X minus 3 people. And on each succeeding day, each worker shifted 4 boxes less. Which means on the first day, each of them shifted B plus 4 boxes. So on the second day, only B boxes were shifted. That is 4 less. And on the third day, another 3 more people were added. So X plus 3 people were there. And each shifted 4 boxes less. So the number of boxes that were shifted by each worker was B minus 4. And this total is given as 96. This is the number of boxes shifted on the first day, second day, and third day. Altogether, it should add up to 96. So we'll just add it up, and that should be equal to 96. So we'll just expand each term. So here you have XB plus X into 4. So that will be 4X minus 3B minus 12. So here you have XB, here you have XB minus 4X plus 3B minus 12, and that total is equal to 96. So here you have a plus 4X and here you have minus 4X, that will cancel out. Here you have minus 3B and plus 3B, that will cancel out. So remaining what we have is XB is there, plus another XB, plus another XB. Then you have minus 12 and minus 12. So there will be minus 24, and that total is equal to 96. So you have XB plus XB plus XB. So 3XB is equal to 96 plus 24, that is 120. So 3XB is 120, or XB is equal to 120 by 3, that is 40. And XB is the number of boxes that were shifted on the second day, that you will get it as 40. So option A, 40.